Welcome. This week's topic is all about breaking it down now so you will actually get it done later. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Evie Burke, and I am the founder and productivity strategist at One Insight Closer, and I help business owners who work for themselves and by themselves discover the insights that take their productivity to a new level without feeling overwhelmed. And you can't tell it right now, but I am at the end point almost. I'm almost done with an office reorganization. So most of what you see is pretty cleaned up, but off to the side, I still have a little bit of a mess. Uh, and it all started because I had overflowed items from my office, just things that I needed off of my desk or I didn't have a home for. I had overflowed them into my guest bedroom and into my master bedroom, and I'm pointing in the directions of where they are in relation to where I'm sitting. And I was just tired of having those things kind of all over the place, so I decided to tackle the task, or the project really, of reorganizing my office and pulling those things out of the places they didn't belong and finding them places to live in my office. So I broke it down into pieces, very small pieces. I'm going to show you a little bit of what that looks like. So you can see, that's not the one I wanted. There we go. You can see over to this side of me, my office cleanup. And I knew that I was going to have some categories that I wanted to keep things together in. So pens, pencils, Post-its, paper and binder clips, other small things in a box just to hold the larger items. I needed a few boxes. And the big thing though was bringing things in from the master bedroom, and then also bringing things in from the guest bedroom. And then I gave myself these tasks of sorting things from the master bedroom and sorting things from the guest bedroom. And that wasn't putting things away, that was just sorting them into the different boxes that I created for myself. So they were kind of in a spot where I could decide later, where do the pens go, where do the binder clips go, that sort of thing. And what I found once I got started was the sorting things from the master bedroom. Once everything got moved in here, that did not take me 2 hours, which is what I allotted myself here on the screen. Instead, it took me 20 minutes because I wasn't putting anything away. I was just sorting it into the boxes that those things belonged in. And then the guest bedroom, where I gave myself 3 hours. I don't know why I thought it was going to take me so long, but it seemed like such a huge task. Instead, it took me 40 minutes. It took me two 20-minute increments to do that. But I broke it down so that it didn't feel like I had this huge task, which it was, but it didn't feel so overwhelming. I had steps that I could do it, and it wouldn't feel like I had to do it all and finish it all right now. I could do, 20 minutes, another 20-minute stint, and then maybe that's all I could do that day as I was working on other things. So when I was done with that part, this is kind of what it looked like. Like, okay, I didn't need that many spots, but I'm looking, my monitor's over here, but for you it's over here, so I apologize, I'm looking in the wrong directions. And so this is what it looked like. And when I had all of these things done, this is what my office looked like. I had piles everywhere because you can kind of see that the closet here is kind of empty because I pulled everything out of it. And now the process of everything getting put away, that did take much longer, but I had the project started, and then I just broke it down into, I'm going to work on it for an hour here, an hour there, and just start cleaning things up. And I worked a little extra on it. But what does this mean for you? So how do you take my office project and do something with it? And the point is, you need to break things up into smaller steps so that it doesn't feel like you have this big, huge project looming over top of you. Break it down into smaller steps, manageable steps. For me, like sorting through the items, doing that in 20-minute increments made it seem very doable and made it seem like I was making progress. And then I discovered that I didn't need all of that time. And when I was looking at, moving those piles that you saw in the image over there, I kind of gave myself that in hour increments because I felt like that was where I could look at what I was doing and say, okay, I made some progress here. And it took a little bit. There was a lot of recycling, but the project is almost done. I probably have maybe another hour of work to sort things, and I have my donate bin and my find homes in other place of the house bin, and then I'll be done. But you need to break it down. So anytime you have a huge project that's looming, break it down into its smaller steps. If you don't know what maybe one of those steps is, maybe you say, spend 20 minutes researching how to fill in the blank. And I also know that if my brain didn't work in a way that helped me figure out how I wanted things arranged in my office, I could have hired somebody to help me, right? There's lots of professional organizers out there that I could have hired. Lisa Zach is a person that immediately comes to mind because I know she's really great at this. That I could have hired her to come in and help me sort through everything and find new homes for everything in a way that makes sense. So break things down. If you need help with figuring out how to break things down for whatever project you're working on, bring in somebody that can help you do that, and it'll just make you be able to get things done that much faster, and it'll make sure that you actually get them done. Because if you just have a project looming over your head, you might not get it done, but if you break it down so now it's not complete this project, it's do this 20-minute step, that is so much more doable. And I know everyone's situation is different, so if you want some help with this, reach out and let's talk. And that's all I have for you today. So I'm going to be back here next week, and until then, much love. Bye, everybody.